My sister Claire died 2 years ago from thymoma. She left behind twins who were 3 at the time, and her husband Dan, who basically had his whole world ripped away. I moved back home right after the funeral because someone had to help with the kids, and Dan was barely functioning. He'd forget to eat, forget to sleep, just sit in the garage staring at nothing while the twins cried upstairs. So I started coming over every day. I'd make breakfast, get the twins dressed, take them to daycare. Dan would go to work like a zombie and come home to a clean house and dinner on the table. It wasn't charity or pity. Claire was my sister. Those kids were my niece and nephew. It's what you do. After about 6 months, things got easier. Dan started smiling again. The twins stopped asking where mommy went every 5 minutes. We fell into this routine where I'd come over after my shift at the pharmacy, we'd have dinner together, put the kids to bed, then watch TV until I went home around 10. It was comfortable, normal even. That's when Dan's college friend visited from out of state. Kevin, I think his name was. He showed up on a Saturday when I was there making pancakes with the twins. Dan introduced me, and Kevin just smiled and said, "Oh, so you're the wife." Dan didn't mention he remarried. I froze. Dan went red and quickly explained I was Claire's sister. Kevin looked confused, apologized a bunch, and the whole thing got awkward. But that one sentence messed me up, because for a second, when he said it, I didn't hate the idea. I actually felt something warm in my chest before the guilt hit. After that day, I started noticing things I shouldn't notice. Like how Dan always saved the last slice of pizza for me, how he'd bought my favorite tea without me asking, how the twins called for me when they had nightmares, not just him, how we'd both reach for the remote at the same time and laugh about it, how his hand would brush mine when we'd wash dishes together, and neither of us would move away immediately. I tried dating other people to make it stop. Went out with this guy from the pharmacy named Greg. Nice enough. Boring as hell. He spent the whole dinner talking about his car, and I kept thinking about how Dan had fixed the twins' broken bike that morning without complaining once. Greg texted me after and I never responded. Then there was Austin from my gym. Tall, good-looking, had his life together. We went out twice. Both times I cut it short because Dan had texted asking if I could help with something random, and I'd drop everything to go over. Austin called me out on it during the second date, asked if I was seeing someone else. I said no, but we both knew it was a lie. The thing is, Dan's perfect with those kids. He never misses a school event. He learned how to braid hair from YouTube so his daughter could have the hairstyles Claire used to do. He takes them to the park every Sunday no matter how tired he is. He reads to them every single night, and watching him be that dad made something in me just break. About 4 months ago, my mom came over while I was at Dan's. She still treats Dan like her son, always has since he and Claire started dating in high school. She sat down with him while I was giving the twins a bath, and I heard her through the door. She told him it's been 2 years and Claire would want him to be happy, that he should start dating again, that he's still young and shouldn't be alone forever. Dan's response killed me. He said he wasn't ready, that he didn't even know how to date anymore, that he couldn't imagine anyone else in that role and it felt wrong to try. My mom pushed back, said it wasn't healthy to be alone. Dan just changed the subject. I came out of the bathroom with the twins and acted like I hadn't heard anything, but now every time I'm there, I wonder if he'll suddenly bring someone home.